Welcome to the Dr. Mudgil podcast. This is episode 119, and we're actually recording this podcast on leap year. So it's a very end, literally the last little bit of February, and March is literally just on the other side of midnight. And this year is already flying by. I can't believe 2 months are already gone, but it's been a good year so far. 2024 has been kind. Weather's been good here in New York. It's a beautiful sunny day, brisk today. It was actually very warm and rainy yesterday, and it's very cold and sunny today. But I feel like spring is in the air. Spring training has started for baseball, so we got that around the corner. My Knicks are dealing with some injuries, but all the backups are getting a lot of playing time, and I'm excited for the team to get healthy again and make a run. Hopefully a very deep run into the playoffs. It's been amazing watching them this year. Jalen Brunson is just has been an amazing addition. Embodies everything that a New York Knick is all about. He's gritty, he's crafty, he's tough, and he's dangerous. So he's been an awesome addition. It's been so much fun watching him play, lighting up the Knicks, and lighting up all the other teams that we play against. So exciting time to be a New York sports fan. And speaking of sports, this podcast is going to be one that's inspired by the GOAT himself, Tom Brady. And it's actually an Instagram post I saw this morning on the, I think it was the Sports Center Instagram page, inspired this. So Tom Brady, who is now 46 years old, just beat his time, the time that he had in the NFL Combine in the 40-yard dash when he was 22 years old. So the 46-year-old version of Tom Brady is faster than the 22-year-old version of Tom Brady. I'm going to just let that sit for a minute and just ponder that. And the reason why I'm talking about this is Tom Brady, listen, he's obviously an incredible person, especially when it comes to discipline and trusting the process and sticking to the program, just completely dialing it in. I don't think there's very few people who do it as well or have done it as well as Tom Brady. And he obviously was an incredible NFL player, and that is actually, I think, very largely or fully attributable to just his the discipline and self-control and drive that he has. He always wants to be a better version of what he was. And the fact that, 24 years after he was in the NFL Combine and, ran the 40-yard dash, 24 years later at the age of 46, he's actually a smidge faster than he was, which is crazy. And I think there's a lot to unwrap there, and really this really resonates with me personally a lot because I'm, getting on in my years. I'm 48, going on 49 this summer. But the truth is, the 48-year-old version of me is in much better shape than the 28 or 22 or even 18-year-old version of me. And what I liked about, or what I love actually about, this interesting fact about Tom Brady is that, we control the narrative of our lives. We can change course if we're not on a course that we're not happy with. This applies to so many facets of life. Who you are is not who you were, right? So, back in, my late 20s, early 30s, I was had babies and I was starting my practice and I was not attentive to my diet or my fitness, and I was just turning into just a sloppy, soft, rolly mess. And then, I decided it was time to make a change. 12 years ago is when I actually decided in earnest that I needed to make some changes and, take control of the trajectory of my life. I wasn't happy with who I was. And again, who you were is not who you are. I started implementing changes that would put me on a trajectory that I could be more proud of, right? I started watching my diet, somewhat obsessively, some may say, but that's really what it takes. Just like Tom Brady, it takes a little bit of crazy to move the needle sometimes. I've got much more discipline about my fitness, much more regimented, much more trusting of the process, and I really started developing this mindset of getting the daily win that's going to get me one step closer to my goal every day, no matter what. Now, whether that's dialing in, that's multiple things. It's dialing in nutrition, it's getting your workouts in, and all the other stuff that happens in life. And, it's really just committing to that philosophy. You're going to get your daily win no matter what, and that's what's going to move the needle. Small daily wins add up really, really big over time. And the other thing is, who you are is not who you're destined to be, right? So we are in the driver's seat of the trajectory of our lives. If there's something that you love about yourself, hold on to that, groom it, develop it, nurture it. And if there's something that you don't love about yourself, start making the changes that are going to steer you away from that and start, aligning you with something you could be more proud of when you look in the mirror. Now, it may seem like a trivial thing, like Tom Brady, is running faster than he did when he was, 24 years ago when he was 22, and he's a middle-aged man now. But, just think about how many things needed to align for him to be able to do that. It was just obviously something that he was intent on doing. So he just went out and said, okay, I'm going to try to run the 40-yard dash faster than I did. I'm sure there was a lot of training that went into that, a lot of, doing the sprints, but, also doing exercises and, resistance training and stretching and all that sort of stuff so he wouldn't get hurt trying to do it at his advanced age. He's still a baby compared to me, but a lot of things had to be done for him to achieve that goal. But first of all, it's amazing that is actually a fact, that he's faster now than he was when he was 22 years old. But that really should inspires me. It should inspire all of us that there's just an incredible amount of potential that exists within each and every one of us. You can learn how to paint when you're 50 years old. You can learn how to play chess when you're 60 years old. You could start learning how to play the guitar or the piano when you're 70 years old. There's literally no limits, as long as you're set a goal and then you set a plan in motion, a process, and then you start executing the small daily wins that's going to get you one step closer to your goal every day. Infallibly, you have to just commit to doing that, not going to sleep at night until you achieve that one daily win that's going to get you one step closer to your goal. We're all amazing of doing such amazing things. That's why every year my goal is to be bigger and leaner than I was the year before. It's a goal that I've stuck to, and I trust the process, and I plug away at it, and I dial in my macros, and I get my workouts in. I always want to be a better version of myself with every year that passes. And that's on all facets. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better dermatologist. I want to be more fit. That's, again, there's so much just endless potential that exists within each and every one of us. We're all capable of doing amazing things. But one is you got to believe that you can do it, and we all can do it. And two is you have to be willing to put in the work that's going to get you there. So let Tom Brady's story serve as an inspiration. We should all be faster at 46 than we were when we were 22. But, again, you can extrapolate that into whatever your goal may be. And it's never too late to start. It's never too late to start setting smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. And then just start cracking away at it. Just make sure you set up a plan, stick to it, give it a few months. If you're not moving the needle, slightly tweak your plan, and then keep on marching on. So I hope that gives you a little bit of inspiration heading into this weekend. And, as March is hitting, I hope you haven't given up on any of those New Year's resolutions that you set for yourself. And just continue crushing it, continue plugging away at whatever your goals may be. Let's get it.